Hi everyone, it's the Bethyblueeyes here, and today I thought I would do a different type of video. It's a scorcher of a day in England today, and nothing better than having a nice cool drink to wash down the weather with or have a barbecue with. And I've put my lovely oranges and lemon dress on as well because I'm going to be making some non-alcoholic cocktails. If you guys go to Starbucks, I don't know if you ever have it, it's a lime cooler and it's basically ice, lemon, a little bit of sugar, and that's it, and it's about £3.50, and it annoys me because I really like those, but it's so expensive, so I thought I would make my own. Right, all you need today is oranges and lemons and limes, oranges, whichever you prefer. I've got limes and lemons, and I've already cut some up as well. I've got a grater if you want to grate some of the peel into there. I've got some cold water which I've been chilling in the fridge, again, or you can use soda water or Sprite if you prefer. I have some straws. I have cucumber, which is also handy to pop in your cocktail, or if you want something a bit different, you can also use things like melon. This is already some pre-prepared melon that I bought, again, and some mint. And the only thing we haven't got is our ice. And I'm going to take that out of the freezer. And I've already got some here, which is in the plastic packs. If you're lucky enough to have one of those lovely fridges with the ice machines, lucky you. And I've got some nice jugs to prepare it in. Here are my jugs, girls. Again, so to make a lime cooler, all you need first is your ice. And I'm just going to fill this up with the ice, and depending on whether you have the cube trays or these, I just have these at hand at the moment. I'm going to pop all my ice in there as much as you like. Oh, this one's tough to get out. Make sure not to leave any of the plastic on any of these. And the best thing about this drink, it's for the whole family. It's not just for adults. It can be for kids because it's got no alcohol in it, and you can add alcohol to it if you want to. Don't feel like you can't. It's just I'm not really bothered about it. So I've cut some lime up there. Again, if you don't want to buy limes and you're like, oh, I'm not going to use them all the time, Beth, why would I? Cut them up and put them in a freezer Ziploc bag, put them in the freezer, and then you can use them as and when you want. So I've got my limes in there. I'm just going to cut a bit of lemon as well. And again, try to take the pips out if there is any. And just give it a squeeze. Let's get these last few pips out. There we go, and just cut another nice big slice. And be careful when you're using a knife, by the way, you don't want to hurt yourself. I'm a fully grown adult, but if you want, get someone to help you do it, or if you have special needs, get someone to help you do it, you know. So I took all my pips out carefully. Because there's nothing worse than having a nice refreshing drink and then finding a horrible pip, is there? Oh, it's horrible. So, there we go. I've got all my pips out. Pop them in there with my ice. And again now, what I'm going to do, get my knife, and I'm just going to give it all a quick stab in there with the ice. If you're a bit nervous about doing this, you can actually do it with a ladle and just squeeze, 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 and there we go. At this point you could put some cucumber in there as well for freshness. You could pop some melon in there as well, but what I'm going to do is put some of my herb in here, and this is just regular mint. I bought the grown stuff, the stuff that's already growing, because I'm going to use it again and keep watering in it, and it will keep growing. And if you tear this up, actually, this is a good tip. If you tear up the mint rather than cut it up, it releases the flavour better, supposedly. Learned that from Jamie Oliver, I did. And again, pop as much mint in as you like. If you don't like mint, please try this, because I was like, oh, I'm not sure about mint. And then I tried it with this lemon, and I was like, oh, it's delicious. So, here we have it. Get all your, so we've got your ice, your lemon, your lime, and your mint in there. And next, I'm just going to grate a little bit of the lemon rind in here as well. And again, this will just give us a bit of extra zestiness. And again, get that out with your knife. Being careful at all times, girls, don't cut yourself. and that will just give it an extra bit of spicy, well, it's not even spiciness, refreshingness. And again, so there we go. All we need to do now is add our water. I've had this chilling in the freezer, but it's not frozen yet. And you can add that all to your cocktail. You can use fizzy water if you prefer. You can use Sprite as a kind of well, it's not as healthy. But I like to use water because there's nothing more refreshing than water. Now it's filled with water, get your knife again and just give it a good stir. And this will infuse the ice and the lemon and the lime and the mint, and it all just mixes it together and it just makes it absolutely wonderful. And this is probably one of the most refreshing drinks I've ever tasted, and it's cheaper than a lime cooler. Again, you know, like I said about Starbucks is so expensive, it annoys me, so I thought I'm going to make my own. My mint was only 87 pence. My lemons and limes were 27 pence each, but often you can get them in a big pack, and I'm going to pre-slice them all and pop them in the freezer, like I said. Melon was £1.50, my cucumber was 50 pence. Again, in your water, just get it out of the tap, or if you've got a Brita, get it out of the Brita, and you are ready to go. And I've got my lovely vintage glasses, which I showed you in my last haul. So I'm going to pour some out. And oh, this is just the best thing ever, and you can just keep refilling that with water and it just keeps absorbing the flavours. Leave it to steep in your fridge. If you've got a jug to go in your fridge, pop it in there. It is absolutely delicious, and I'm just salivating even at the thought of drinking this. If you have little kiddies at home, I've got some of these freezer pops. These are ones you can get from the dollar store or the pound shop, filled with the same juice, even with the lemon and the lime. Pop the lid on, pop them in the freezer, and you've got your own ice lollies as well. Particularly nice with cucumber. So here's my drink. Here's my straw. That is lovely. It's quite tart, so for the little kids you might want to put a little bit of sweetness in there. Again, obviously I don't advocate using sugar, but if you want to use sugar, just put a tiny bit in just to sweeten it up. And I've got my granulated sugar here, and I'm just going to put half a teaspoon in. And that will dissolve in the water. If you don't want to use sweetener, you can use other juices. You can use a little bit of squash, a little bit of orange juice. But I just find it refreshing as it is, and this is the nicest thing to drink on a summer day, and it's better than alcohol, it's better than anything else I've ever tasted, and for the fraction of the price of a Starbucks you can make your own. Oh, it's gorgeous. Hope you like the video. This is what I do on my days off when I'm not thrifting. I am your typical British housewife. I have a lot of jobs to do at home, but I'm not doing them all. I'm making myself some non-alcoholic cocktails. Have a good weekend, guys, and I will see you very soon. Bye!